Switch चार दिया गर्छ क्या क्या थके थे हेलो 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 थके म सोच्छु आउनु
Welcome back.
छक्का नकुला छक्का नकुल छक्का एकैछिन अहिले छक्का नकुला के अन्तिले भयो मोबाइल चाहिँ गुगु नसुवाइछ मम्मी मोबाइल मरो होला के क्या मसु सुनानको म आए मसु द जानै न कोही
Yeah, it's got big, but he hasn't got enough of it. I mean, this is a pressure catch for the debutant, and he does enough. Almost ends up catching it in his belly. Michael Lee, what a day he's having. A roar. Wyndon Mackenzie Jones, he's barely caught it in his hand, he's caught it as much as anything in his guts, and he's been knocked down by the catch that he's taken. Richie Barrington and Michael Lee's been in and out to him. I think he might have a little bruise from that. It wasn't the most elegant of catches, but it was effective enough to see Gulshan Jah, who is caught in the deep. It's 183%.
Well, he had an awfully long time to think about that before coming up in the breeze for an absolute aid. And it was almost like he wanted to take it with his entire body, not let that ball drop. Look, here he is. So long, please, let it stick. And it did in the end, right in the bread basket. But he's had a wonderful first showing at number 700 for Scotland. What a day. That does make things very interesting now, because for me, Gulshan Jah is the one who is going to take those big shots and have those big overs and get Nepal into striking distance. Still, there's some big things out there.
15 overs, it might feel like a minute or a minute to go. Actually, a lot of time to still kind of find it. Having got 8 from the world already, maybe didn't need to look for another big one. It's not going to be carrying KC. It's not going to carry
Sure.
to the crease.
그 아우르주래 굴산 차
KC back a little.
짠이 언제고 뭐사 잠깐만요 그래
Maybe just back for 5 or 6 overs. No means the most convincing catch, but Mackenzie Jones will say, look in the book, it's done. I took it. Not really the great technique, to be frank. There was a lot of pressure to come. Did miss something else, very good amongst everything.
그 저투시 내가 쇠라
Got to 6.
lấy mẹ
For Nepal, so many congratulations. He's the 5th batter in history to do that for Nepal. The 4th batter for Nepal to have 1,000 runs in both ODIs and T20Is. He will absolutely love to win that. But to do so, well, left with it all to do. Scotland would be really good in basically all the partners for those couple of drop catches.
He has done it nicely. He's just kept things under control without Sarah a few more shout outs as well, because everyone's down watching. His game
뭐뭐 기대돼야겠네 뭐뭐뭐 우리 like anh đi mi ôi đi nói khỏi cảnh mạng back to me quá
Over 10 runs required per over. The task is getting very, very tall here now. For Nepal. He's getting blue. There's no chance of rain. too soon for this.
Well, yeah, it's a bit like the Michael Lee's argument talking about it, isn't it? When he wanted to come on. As it turns out, Michael Lee's put on a terrific time in the previous innings. Look, a couple of really good overs. They feel the right to but they do need a couple of really good overs soon.
That's picked up, and that's going to go all the way.
Chaka.
Very good
Kamya
technique
na
to
kuda.
Sampal Kami. He's got the extra skills of somebody who could bat in the top order. And Castle probably not at that pace to bowl that length. It's at that end. It's a 59-metre boundary in theory, but the reality of the wind and the angle of the hill is about feels like a 50-metre one. Too easy. Nice hit from Kami all the way for 6.
Might have to get a new ball on this. Oh no,
No ball bowl.
not what managed to find it. Gee, they've had some work to do. Balls floating around in the back.
Ma no ball out dito. Masa no ball dito thaki jiga.
Think about those big overs, right? Well, if I've got 8 tosses over, not enough. Another boundary would help.
That will help.
So
Okay,
good.
then, this game is by no means over. Remember, they piled the wild card, the X Factor, the brilliance of Karen KC to come. Two of the crews aren't too bad either. Somehow can't get into the sing I read.
I didn't knock for him.
6 for 6.
Benny, I feel we could be. That just becomes a very good over. 12 runs coming from it. So staying ahead of the run rate is a couple of overs where they get up to 16, 18 runs. They can have a couple of those all of a sudden.
A wicket.
Be the man of
Naya
the
na
moment
kala.
once
Wicket
more.
wata dosa la wata.
Comp for 6 first
Wicket
ball,
will done
his
it
last
sana.
over, 14 got a wicket with the second ball. Really out of it for long.
Gino la.
It's not being able to afford to lose wickets. It's that horrible jeopardy.
That run rate required is just fallen under 10 again. So falling under 10 south.
Hello.
Look, I've up until that
Like
moment,
bottom to.
I had a flashback to Gordon Jar still being there. And I realised
Oh,
that
tha.
I would like to point out.
No clue.
But the point is rotating the strike and keeping it ticking over. But for Scotland, at least it is keep it tight. At the end of this over, it makes up for that 12 run over last time.
Yeah.
Goes in the air, around
One
the corners.
cat, huh?
Angle he loves both. Like, he's quite much bowling to right-handers. He picked off Stephen's phone and uses that right angle so cleverly. Pulling it around the second place. And he just got that horrible. Number 6. See here, I'm going to show a couple of graphics here. Not actually ahead of where we need to be from a one sport perspective, but if you look Sylvian, look at the fitted from Scotland. He started with blue. That's when the pals still have it all to do.
Ui, uno quer.
Bringing my block back now and not saving it
64.
before the end. Might maybe really save one over at the end of
What?
Maybe trying to kill the game.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Again, the problem for the pal, they can't just play anything through they run. It's a real challenge. I really look for the big power head into the left side. He's absolutely happy to nudge it around. The moment you nudge it around, he's so quick, he's so going to get two. That's a 57, 58 metre boundary. And he's just dropped it on two. He hasn't even got it to the 30-yard circle. Incredible stuff.
that really is. You would say that at least 90% of batting partners, I reckon, in international cricket, that would only be one. Honestly, they are
Okay.
so good. I'm not
Okay.
appreciate it watching on from home, but
This is parts.
really impressive.
Won't be able to get two this time. It's a straight to Safi and Shrew. I'm surprised he's only bowled two overs. Bowled really well most of the series.
He was a bit expensive in his first couple of overs, and he told me to go, but again, he got his ball down to Jeff.
Hello. Log. We.
Again is in action, and defender scenario just run two. It's great game awareness. Calm, he might think of it.
Hey.
Well, and that's what he does. It's not just the fact he's running quickly, but he's always putting the fielders under
Mm-hmm.
pressure, and you see them making uncharacteristic little errors, and that's just because
Hund.
he's so quick off the mark.
Mark Watt has played a lot of cricket up. His neck, he's struggling to keep blood circulation in his hands. It's freezing cold.
Have enough.
I've got hot water bottle that I've put on my thick layer. I've got my jumper and my jacket bought from the Bolton Ferry Terrace. So I put it to
Is that a sign that he thinks he can explode in the last 10? He's trying to get
62%.
this.
Mother.
bounce, isn't it? There's like what still with a couple of overs remaining. If you can see that little rumble
Okay, okay.
led to an extra run.
Just a quick word on Ireland. Where are they at? Rugby they took in the final day last month.
यसले 18 गेमको मिठो दुख्ने यार
I mean, they're at the right end of the table.
नेपाल 7 के कमला
Than anyone else, so everyone can catch up now. It's unusual to see them sort of in that position, but it's not like they have really chase for such a long period of time. And over 2.5 years, you're going to have I guess a lot of times, you're going to have a run of games where maybe not
Yeah, absolutely. I fully agree with you. Here comes Brandon McMullen. He's going to return. One thing that these two will do is run everything, so probably not going to see too many dot balls from him. You get a sense, don't you, that there's not a belief for the talent in this person. Just kind of a growing belief going, might give it a crack. They're ahead of Scotland were. I know they're 6 but
Hmm.
they're seeing something special here, that's all I'm saying.
You know I don't.
Gah.
This is a big hit that's probably going to fall into no man's land. I don't think anyone's going to get there. They'll pick up a couple. A little bit of fortune for Sampal Kami. Why he isn't Brandon. One of the ways he was doing that out. It was a risky stroke.
Well, it was because if it had gone even a metre in any other direction, there were 3 fielders who were all just about a metre short of where they might have been need to actually make an attempt at a catch. Brandon McMullen does often come back well in his later spells.
This time. He's got this great knack. It's only because the keeper can go to the stump. Keeping the ball out of the drive. He's able to hit it. He's very in control with his legs. Full match spells. Definitely better. 6 on the bounce. Opening up. He's got the ball quite a bit in this third quarter by here. Goes straight up. Is this one going to be held? Again, out of the strike. Somehow falls into no man's land again. Results in another couple.
Well, Charlie Tear, he did tear him. Like, he covered a huge amount of ground to try and get himself in to take that catch. Living a bit dangerously. They're just finding it really hard to put McMullen away. Yeah, look, that's right up there. Not giving them much at all, just bowling good length and keeping it tight. There's only two balls that have gone for 2 runs. Well, those balls could have ended up getting caught.
You know, all it takes is 1 or 2 good overs like this, and not the issue of turn over a bus. Get that. That's why I can show. They come like this from McMullen. Must be 6 from his turn over. That's a week. He's somehow run 2. Surely not. I was hit straight to Safi and Sharif.
Out Zula.
Mary has taken the most regulation single and converted it into a double. It was 7 runs, 217 for 6.
What's the curve running between the wickets for this pair? That really was outstanding. That's it. A few times we've basically seen between 1s and 2s. That's up.
There's looking down to the captain's final 10 overs from. It's not dead locked out too, right? It's a number of goal. Goes from there, but where are the other 8 coming from?
Well, Brandon McMullen, you imagine will keep going here because with the 2 coming off that last ball, he's still losing his right, he's still underneath the run rate. So we might see them continue for a while. Then you see that fast running just inspires a little fumble from the skipper, and that is just because he knows how quick they are, and all of a sudden, feeling that they've got to just pick up that ball so quickly and fire it in and get a little fumble.
It's a growing pressure. That's all it's doing.
Wide.
Maybe 2 wides.
How is that?
Might get 3 wides. I really wants it, but Cammy sends him back. A little bit of chaos kicking in out there, and it's all being sparked.
Do you run with the Kamala?
Singh Irene.
Ball.
Smart. Work off his place.
It's being done in a different way. It's not the pressure that's coming from the big bombs down the field and, you know, the big sixes. It's from this quick running between the wickets.
Swept around the corner. And I think that'll be swept for 4 out towards us. No, Sharif does enough. They will think of a third. They're going to take it on. Big appeal, but gets safely home. Great running again.
3 रन सकाल्दा 1 रन र काट्यो होला
Defender Singhari getting a willing foil and an ally in Sampal Kami. You can't take your eyes off this.
Well, you can't. That was good cricket all around. Don't take your eyes from it. Terrific shot. It was wonderful steering by Sharif in the end to cut off the boundary. A good throw in. Crossed quick with his hands, but brilliant running between the wickets.
Stop by Sharif. Doesn't look like he's going to go for it first. Big appeal here. Umpire immediately walks away. Defender Singhari for a leg ball.
2 आवर हुन्छ यसमा
Every ball, man. You just cannot take your eyes off it. And Nepal officially knew under to win. This was the run out. The dive got him home. Great decision from Umpire Ghazi.
Really well done. Actually,
100 रनमा नि होला
quite some distance now,
जी अन्डा
thanks to that dive.
It's frenetic, isn't it? It's
दुई काउला
absolutely frenetic.
Well, it's right
एक
at
जग्गा
the it's got my heart rate going.
Different ways to skin a cat, isn't there? Different ways to get the
वाइड अहिले 1 रन भयो मलाई वाइड +1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8 रन भयो मलाई
things I adore about him. Increases the speed. Whip into the next side. Irene's going to want to. He's going to get it easy again to the short side. Fantastic.
यहाँ चाहिँ पुगेको थिएँ मलाई
You're staying in the hunt in this chase. It's cardiac kids time to get the defibrillators out. Game on. 2:28 for 6.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11
32 बले 45
They put on. It's been an all-action partnership. Tracy is still to come. He's going to be on the broad shoulders. And Scotland, well, the question I just asked you is who's going to bowl the last 10. There seems to be all sorts of discussions happening out there. They'll settle on Brandon McCullum to continue. There is a problem though, not maybe rapidly problem, but paralyzed problem. But it's Charlie Castle, debutant Mackenzie Jones. One hasn't bowled much of it yet. I know more
Brendan
over 6 days ago.
यस्तो फास्ट बलरलाई
I don't think of him as dead special.
Yeah, he certainly would. I can see what he's trying to do in bringing his economical bowlers in now. There's two just so quickest. Incredible how many runs they are scoring.
एक नको होला अझ
What we've also done now is we've tried to leave refresher to a point where really even those in the circle aren't saving a single. So they're not going to be able to bowl many drop balls. The only way we really get drop balls is play miss. Maybe in back with the bowler. Every single man in the circle is right on the edge of it. Fantastic pressure from Nepal, and it's been applied in unison really equally by defender Singhari and Sampal Kami. What can they get off the last 5? Do they just keep batting like this for the moment? They haven't really looked for the boundaries in the last couple of hours.
That's a really interesting point. They are going to have to find a bigger, something rather than leave boundary to get there.
This is gone at the offside. Sharif has pressure put on him. As well there.
Yeah, at some point,
And Shears just asked for a third jump. you this bit there. You've got the long sleeve, the short sleeve, and the long sleeve over the top of it. Well, it is brewing up towards another classic finish. Scotland's still very much favourites. They're actually ahead of them in terms of the active stage.
You see
comparison.
biscuits how much?
The end of the 42nd over in the first innings. So you're going to lead a single there, straight to the man in the circle. They
Unbelievable.
still take the one. It's
I think
just
I'll do
still
one.
run stuff. So yeah, at the end of the 42nd over, Scotland were 217 to 5. So
Can you get so good?
really well ahead of them. The problem was it was chaos in particularly the last 5 or 6 overs. From 46 through to 50, every over was double digits. 15, 13, 13, 10, 10, 21. That's the last 6
खिलातना
overs.
एक्टिभ जिमेन के मलाई
So the belief is starting to grow. Now they're well ahead of where Scotland were at this stage. But not really able to do it in ones and twos again at the moment. They're going to have to start finding some bangers.
Yes, they're doing brilliantly right in between the wickets and they've picked up quite a few extra runs.
They're going to try for 2 here. It's perfectly weighted. Just get home so easy. This is a template of every cricket coach around the world. Do it for the last 4 overs and show it to you what the boys and girls. It's a great way to play cricket. It's a great way to changing the scale. Then you go 5 or 6. Exciting something out of their hands from nowhere. 50 partnership comes up. Come up after 30 minutes for Livies. Both just nudged it around. They've done no more.
52 partnership जिम होला
They can run, but boy can they run. These boundaries haven't come yet. They're going to have to get on because they're going to see the through. But they haven't wasted any balls.
Also, they can start to take a few risks in terms of hitting that shorter side. Like 59, 58 meters, something like that. With a pretty strong breeze. You can just hear it. I've just come out of our little commentary. You can hear it through the microphone. What's that? 20, 25 kilometers per hour. It's pretty strong. Get it up and into that wind, and you should be able to get big reward, not just sort of 4s, but maybe 6s. Safian Sharif has lots of experience and he's got lots of protection on the left side. Long, deep in wicket, deep backwards, square, he's out. The only man in the circle will be Farnay. Skipper himself down and stay up in the circle. Is this an over here from Nepal to target?
You think they have to? This is the one. Sharif was expensive in his first 2
You got
overs.
him, we got him.
But at this point in time, back into the attack, this could be crucial this over.
Two men
Over it, yeah.
back with the punting on Rockets out. Where Sharif going to target? Will it look full? Does look full. Tends to see that was what he tried to do in Karen case. He did it really well, didn't he? I think in over 46. So 45, 47, and then he did that was the crucial one. You see that low full toss spin over the full base, and then the momentum just changed.
Yeah, that was the biggest 6 of the day. That one from Karen Casey. So, going to look at them this time.
Cuando estaba bien morir,
That was good.
porque era de para salir
Irene will try to get around the corner. Sharif thinks this was close. How far across did Irene come? Led by Gibbon. No. Says there's bat involved. No interest at all from Wilfar, was it?
Very low होला
So, did step across all the way there.
It was a bat
Yeah.
involved.
Smashed it, middled it.
Wonder Safi and Sharif and Matthew cross-watching. Good decision. I think it was wrong, right. Full toss. Hit into the offside. Hit away for 4. Don't rule out seeing something unbelievable for the second time in a week here in Nepal. The cardiac kids and the Charge again.
Well, Sharif started off the over tightly, but on this occasion, he just gave him enough room. The full toss. Which is what we're talking about, where he erred previous loss.
Can't go with you now. Into the legs, so it should be just a single. Harry is an incredibly capable batter. It's completely different to a great player. And see, he's a bit more agricultural, a bit more powerful. Harry's very correct. Like that shot there, right out of the textbook through the colours. And it was an interesting move. I think there would definitely have been a temptation to send Harry KC in before Sam Parkhouse, given KC's top three performance series, but it's still a bit up their sleeve. It's still under 12 and over required. He's whipped into the leg side. I think they're going to want two again. Get it again. Scotland are being run ragged in the field here. It's not through power they need, it's just through placement. And the most remarkably exceptional piece of athleticism that we've ever seen displayed. Really incredible.
I don't think I've ever seen one of the before. I genuinely mean that. It's been incredible to watch. I must have picked up at least 20 runs that they shouldn't have, or that you would not normally see taken.
I don't know how. They're going to get two again. Direct hit might have made it interesting. It's taking some risk. It is pushing some envelopes, but they're finding a way to get the 11 runs required over that they need. It's 11 off that one. I think a direct hit would have been very close. Actually, would have been home. Exceptional athleticism from Irie and Cammy. This is quite brilliant. 246 for 6.
Well, staying in touch with it, doing so simply because they are so quick. It's
78 run Manila.
Well, that's under 11 zone. That's under 11 zones.
It really is though. It just seems to have
76 number.
less distance to cover.
78 runs.
It's so rapid.
How is everyone feeling at home? Right, you in Scotland. I don't know who's in Edinburgh, Glasgow or Aberdeen. How are you feeling with Scotland? We're going to start to sense a bit of deja vu. Remember, they lost an all-time classic, one of the greatest ODIs in the history of the game to this same opposition 6 days ago. What about back in Nepal and around the world? What are you feeling? Who's ahead of the game? Where's it going to go? Here's Brandon McMullen whipped into the leg side. Going to be another two going to Sampal Khan. He's playing brilliantly. He's catching up with defender Singh-Irie. So wherever you are in the world, let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what you're thinking. Use that hashtag CWCL2. Send us in a message. Are you in Kathmandu and Janapur and Baratnagar and Beargunj? Wherever you are, you live in Sugar Prasheen in the far west, are you waiting for Karen KC to get in there? Where's this game going to go? Well, that's going to help. No, Cross doesn't know. He has flung himself to his left here, and it's caught some part of Sampal Khan's body. Let's have a look at this here. He was a Matthew Cross. Cross, exactly. Give his leg boys, maybe some assistance. It's all again. We've got a classic building up here, Mel. Nepal have never scored more than 300 in their ODI history. One good at once, that was against Oman. They've never scored a total this high. The 310 for April May in the ACC Premier 2 years ago at their home ground at TU. Running between the wickets is causing brains trust. Captain, vice captain, and maybe captain in the future, Mark Watt. Very much saying, well, hold on, what's going on here? Where are they back this contest? He's dominating 80%.
It really is a conundrum. And now Barrington has to bring out what he's going to do to make up the rest of these overs. He's put himself into a pickle because he's had to do it now. He's had to turn to Brandon McMullen. And what is he going to have left over? He's got a debutant, remember, he's got Charlie Castle, who he's been unable to find a breakthrough today. Sharif, at least, still has overs.
Still not hitting boundaries, so that's why Scotland shouldn't be panicking. This time it's McMullen who's put off the second. But scoreboard here, we're really starting to believe it must be icy cold if they're seeing that they're on the screen. They're topping the 252. And we hardly believe it, Nepal and their fans, the amazing colours they bring, staying in this contest. And he's going to want to here. He turns, he goes, he gets there comfortably. Charlie Tier does the building.
Charlie Tier is quick too. I think one of the quickest from the Scotland side and he's on the way out there. Well, Rebecca, the second one. Something. And this is in its own way a spectacular of the pyrotechnics from Karen Casey, who's running between the wickets.
Into the slot, hammered, high, handsome. That's all the way. An outstanding strike from Sampal Kami. They're starting to believe here in the crowd. I think they're probably starting to believe back in Nepal too. Scotland are thinking, not again. It's nearly 11 p.m. in Kathmandu. There won't be many going to bed yet.
Oh, hold on to your horses. We are here again. Waiting for the strike, and there it comes. Just a little over the net, and my goodness, that was a mess. The equipment sheds here don't go anywhere. Goes again. And it's gonna be sixes again. Back-to-back sixes, and all of a sudden, the balance of power in this game shifting towards Nepal. Oh, they're all watching a dead shed, and they can't believe what they're seeing. Lovely clean strike of the ball. Are we witnessing something special yet again?
And it's Kami with the back-to-back maximums that has the required run rate at 10 and over. Mike Connor's even there. Barrington is saying to what? Well, what do we do? Just heard from one of the Scotland backers saying they're running twos to regulation positions. The fielder hasn't done anything wrong. They're just simply too quick. An extraordinary turn of events here, being driven by the Cardiac Kid's brilliance. There's a bit of a maniacal nature to it, Mel Farrell, but it is so glorious to watch. You cannot take your eyes off this league. You cannot take your eyes off this side. Nepal are something of a bogey team for Scotland. They're going to need the experience of Safi and Sharif. They need to win it. Comes off an edge, and it's going to fall just over the head of Mackenzie Jones. They won't run the second this time. Good call. I think Irene got himself in a tangle, didn't know where the ball had gone. And I was happy enough with the single, particularly with the way Sampal Kami is striking them.
Well, that was really well fielded by Mackenzie Jones, because he managed to score with his weight taking him away. Managed to turn the clean ball back while still on the move. And that has prevented a second run. 6'5" wasn't able to prevent that. That's another look at six.
Yeah, both sixes back to back here. The first one was beautiful, the second one imperious. One thing better than Sampal Kami.
I've just never seen running the kids change the game like this.
Good Yorker. Nails the Yorker. Excellent from Safi and Sharif. He's had a tricky day with the ball, but they're going to need all his experience. He might have to bowl through here to death.
They just needed a couple of good overs. They have had one that has really brought things back. They have another two good overs. I can really see them taking this home. This is remarkable stuff, yet again.
Pumped into the offside. Irie's going to want to. Surely he's not going to get it this time. Good fielding. Such pressure being applied to the fielders, isn't there, Mel? Because of the exceptional nature of the running. Good start this over from Safi and Free. Just dragging things back.
What it's done is the brilliant running between the wickets meant that they were staying in touch with where they needed to be, and then the back-to-back sixes have really come. They haven't been waiting for the bad balls. It's been absolutely extraordinary.
Pumped into the offside. I think he'll be thinking about two here. Doesn't need to run 2 because he's going to get 4. Fielders sprawled across the turf. There's a growing sense of belief. They are dancing here in the crowd. Cymbals are clapping. Sheer elation, jubilation, unlike any that I've ever seen. It's quite incredible what we're witnessing.
Oh, can they do it? Can they pull
Ah.
back-to-back record chases? A dive in the end, not enough to stop it. These singles and twos, where these boundaries now are taking great effect.
Staggering viewing here in Dundee. Worker attempted. Irie is going to get to 50. I'm not sure if the crowd have noticed yet. I'm not sure he's even going to care. He moves to 50 of 46 deliveries. Thanks the heavens. He's always missed out a little bit. He's there at the death. Well, Nepal surely will win. Once captain, this place was called into question as well. Remember, it was average shade over 18 coming into this sport. The 4th one-day international 50 for him. He's going alongside that 100. Scotland, they're hitting the panic button a little bit, aren't they? Richie Barrington just trying to slow the game down, trying to take the sting out of it. Cammy's one away from his landmark. And Nepal all of a sudden have this control somewhat underhand, somewhat in control now.
Well, just to reiterate that point, 50 runs of 46 balls, only 2 boundaries.
I know Cammy had a couple of 6s there. He's running ragged, literally. Here's Cammy at 49. It's going to be 50 for him too. He's come off 34 deliveries, fittingly with another 2. In the history of ODI cricket, for Nepal it's the 5th fastest, behind only the 19-ball effort of Adil Shah against Canada, the 21-ball effort from Asif Sheikh against PNG, and a pair of 32-ball efforts from Kushal Mal and Kushal Patel. All 4 of those came at the TU International Cricket Ground. This one comes in Dundee. It's the fastest of Cammy's career, and it's been the most brilliant innings. Both batters have been exceptional.
Well, they have, but they've been exceptional, not necessarily just from their batting. It's been
Goody?
exceptional from the speed, the pop and speed with which they've run between the wickets. And look at the partnership, that 90 from 56 balls, with that 51 contributed from Cammy, but most of those being scored with the feet, not by the hands.
And only 5 boundaries in that 90 run accumulation. A roll of the dice here. Mark Watt's going to have a change of ends. They need a wicket this over. He desperately needed Scotland. The forward run rate still hovers around 10 and over. Reminder, Nepal have only passed 300 once in their ODI history. This would be a record total and a record chase. We've got another fantastic finish in our hands. Everyone around the ground is on their feet pretty much now. Away behind square, pressure going to be on Sharif. Can he keep it to 1 this time? Yes, he can. Good fielding.
Excellent fielding, excellent throw back in as well.
Hey.
Those pitches have balls that have gone to just the regulation fielders that have been getting 2 on. Absolutely brilliant.
The next side will be given as a wide. That will help. Nepal, just the most brilliant message. Nepal, he said, the only country in the world. This is helped into the leg side, wide of McMullen. And he's going to want the second that says no. Only country in the cricketing world whose highest total in their cricketing history is in T20I cricket, not an ODI cricket. But of course, they made 314 against Mongolia. It's a good chance to change that today, he says. Absolutely.
That is a brilliant start, by the way.
Remember, when we set a record that day that could never and will never be broken, the 9-ball half century. It's not possible to break it. He's there at the death, and his name will come out yet again for Nepal. 47 to win off 28. is still not hitting boundaries. He just is scoring off every delivery. He must have run, what, 15 or 22s off his bat alone.
I thought you were about to say 15 or 20 kilometres, because that's hell
That's how
Oh, look how excited they are getting. Oh,
Wait,
well, been trying to get that leg stump Yorker going, but it's given away a couple of wides.
And the next side again. I don't think this is hit anything. Going to be 2 more wides. You see what Watt's trying to do? He's trying to spear it into the
Wide?
pads.
Wide
I'm not
plus one.
sure about the concept. The Pal don't need 14, 15, 16 and over. They need 10 and over.
That was the ball he was trying to bowl, the last ball
So he's an
of
outlander.
the previous game that they played. And remember, that was called a wide, which ended the game.
Cut into the offside, but straight at Sharif. He did say that if they can
Where
keep
one
Mark
head,
Watt
one
with
head,
this,
one
Nepal can win this
head.
game. They've got 2 more balls to do that with. Can the left arm spinner, the standing all-rounder for this Scottish side, can he influence the game with his final 2 deliveries?
Shot fine.
Not yet. Good sweep shots. The Pal are doing this so intelligently, aren't they? They're hard run rate under 10s.
That's a key, isn't it? Keeping it under 10.
Too late.
They get to the last
Too
2
late.
overs, and they only need 20 runs.
Big tower.
You're backing them to do it in 1 and 2.
Swept into the leg side, just going to be a single. Mark Watt is going to remain wicketless.
Caminando no juzgado.
You would imagine
Tinche de swing.
Nepal are maybe holding the aces as we enter
Za dosta.
the final stage
Zero
of
ładnie
this
caliśmy, no bardzo.
match. 4 overs remain. It's exactly 10 and over for 284 for 6. Well bowled by Mark Watt, but don't think it's going to be enough unless they can find a wicket or 2. Have a look here, Mel. Look at the graphic on your screen now. I said they've only made 13 century partnerships in the history. Make that 14, and it's thanks to a remarkable effort
Zikula.
for the 7th wicket from Sampal Kami and Dipender Singh Airi. This series has been as good as you would ever imagine. 4 unforgettable ODIs in Dundee.
Well, it really has, and it's been different each time. Today, we see now Barrington, Russell, and Sharif just trying to work out what their plans are.
Ball take immediately. Ball take
But they've been rattled by his running and frustrated because they've been unable to contain them.
Well, it's very clever from Richie Barrington. Even if he already curved of a rap with the umpires at the end of the game, I think they bowled their overs well in time so he can do this. He's trying to take the sting out of the game because all the momentum is with Nepal right now. Scotland have to change something. And these are the 2 crunch overs. That wind, 15 to 20 kilometres an hour, 59 metres the leg side, 2 right-handers at the crease. All it takes is a couple of pickup shots. 3 or 4 boundaries, and this game is going to swing heavily towards Nepal, particularly if they're maximums. So Castle is going to say, okay, I'm going to come around the wicket, I'm going to bowl it a long way outside the off stump, and I'm going to try and protect that leg side. It means it's square leg will be up in the circle,
Yes, yeah.
there'll be 2 men square and deep on the offside, and long off will be out as well. Don't go anywhere. It all comes down to this. 40 to win off 4 overs. Oh, that's not going to help. It's very nearly a no ball.
No ball to
Wow. Well, you're right about protecting the leg side, but this is going way down, all the way
The
down.
only reason it's not a no ball, it's the right decision. It is pitched past the stumps. One of those
Why is it
strange
called?
kind of unique
No ball.
aspects to the laws. I don't think it would have pitched on the playing surface,
No.
on the cut strip. It's a wide instead of a no ball. Full toss helped into the offside. That's where they want him to hit. And great fielding from the subfielder on Ollie Davidson. He picked up immediately that these guys have been running like the clappers and kept it to a single.
Yeah, so the plan is there, and trying to bowl dry outside the off stump.
No fine, no
Anything that
no
touches
one
the
gets
bat, they're going to run.
last run is that.
Nasa team friends ko mas nanagagala.
And it feels like this over is so crucial now.
Really.
Worked into the leg side. It's going to be another one of those 2s. They've done this so brilliantly, haven't they? Cannot remember a chase in the modern game, let alone years gone by, where they're without hitting the boundary.
It's genuinely been the best running to keep the wicket I've ever seen. I honestly mean that in any game ever. Nothing like this. This has just been incredible.
Doing all the hard work, still all the work to get over the line. Top edge. This could be the moment that changes things. The debutant comes round and holds on. Oh, what a catch! Under the maximum of pressure, Mackenzie Jones ends a sparkling innings from defender Singh Irene, and the game twists and turns again, and the tactic of Charlie Castle at works and gets the reward. What a catch this was!
Under pressure, on debut, got himself into a good position, eyes on the ball, took it cleanly. Wow, what a day he is having, Mackenzie Jones. And boy, oh boy, did Scotland need it. But Defender Singh Irene, what an innings that has been from him. A marvellous half century. 56 or 51, just the 2 fours. He has run himself into the ground and run Scotland ragged. It comes to an end, but look who's coming out now, Lenny. It is the folk hero, the man who gave us such entertainment 6 days ago, Karen Casey. Can he do it again?
Yeah, the Valentine boy, the Valentine man, the Valentine hero. All those years yonder. June 2nd here, known as the June 2nd man too. Not as tall a task required from him. Only 6 big ones for Casey. If you think about it, 36 required. But what a catch. I have to say, when that ball went up with the swirling wind and having to run a long way across to his left, I had every thought that catch would go down and maybe even spill off towards the rope. He's on his debut. Brilliant, brilliant catch. Holding it under the maximum of pressure with his captain in his eye line too. Keep your eyes on that young man in the future, Mackenzie Jones. Incredible skills from him to hold on under the maximum of pressures. It ends a fantastic partnership, a century partnership, and the 2 great old pals, Sampal Kami and Karen Casey, are left with another chapter to write in their incredible legacy for this country. They have it all to do. Scotland are favourites, there's no doubt. They need 3 good deliveries to close it out, but don't rule out Karen Casey. It's off the mark immediately. Kami's quick and thinks of the second. Casey sets off for it. Throw goes to the keeper's end. Cross palms it round the corner. And results a single.
Honest to goodness. We just have these 2 teams playing each other all the time. Scotland and Nepal. Don't they provide some excitement and entertainment?
It's all happening here. Kami's not even looking back. He just sets off immediately after one look over his shoulder. Casey wanted it, then he said no. Throw came in to cross. He had to dive. It actually hit Kami in the back. It just goes straight up. It goes over the shoulder of Munsey. They will get back for the second this time. And still the boundaries aren't coming, but Pal are just staying in the hunt because of all these 2s that they've been running.
Well, the previous area with Irene and with Kami out there, their understanding running between the wickets is so good, as you've seen, trying to carve that ball away. But now, you've got Karen Casey. Well, will they have the same understanding running between the wickets? Not quite as quick as Irene.
Hugged into the leg side. He's got a good piece of it. Has he got it all? Oh, yes he has. A flying fielder dives over the rope, but he heaves it for 6. Casey was the hero in the first game. Sampal Kami writing his name up in lights today. It's 297 for 7.
Well, he's chosen his moment, hasn't he? That ball, he shuffled across and gave himself the room to be able to play that shot. Played it beautifully, up and into the wind, and let it do the rest.
That's the key, isn't it? Hitting with the wind. Might have just got a little bit too predictable. Kami knew the angle the ball was coming. Managed to shuffle across and heave it into the leg side. Fantastic execution from Sampal Kami. Who writes this young man's scripts? It's going to be a 20-year-old on his international debut. He's just taken a brilliant catch. It looks like he's maybe going to be entrusted to bowl the 48th and the 50th over. Has that extra pace, has that extra bounce. Can he handle the pressure? What a way to make your international debut.
Well, it's a huge call by Richie Berrington, and shows he said when he presented his cap to Mackenzie Jones, we will be right behind you all the way. Well, if this isn't a captain, right behind his debutant, I don't know what is. Run rate required now, just 9 runs from these final 3 overs.
Big pressure on the young man. Karen Casey obliterated out of the ground. The broad shoulders of the man from the far west doing it again for Nepal. The 300 comes up for just the second time in Nepal's ODI history. There's every chance they might just break their record total and break their record run chase here. Are they in control, Mel?
Well, and break Scottish hearts as well. And the Valentine man is becoming a specialist at breaking Scottish hearts. Tough initiation for Mackenzie Jones.
Casey guided away straight to the fielder. Such is the pressure, the fielder doesn't even throw it, George Munsey. Even the men in the circle aren't saving a single now.
Well, the problem was
No, mouse
Mackenzie Jones was halfway down the pitch and followed through. No one backed his stumps, and that was probably it.
No, no act.
Of effecting a run out. Always so calm, Richie Berrington. Just trying to instill confidence.
Cardiac kids doing it again. Heart rate's elevating, pulse is leaping. Top edge, gonna go over the head of the keeper, over the head of George Munsey, to the point of the rope. Nepal, well, are they eking closer? Are they sensing history in Scotland? Scotland must be thinking, surely not again. And look at the 12th player, they're doing their thing for Nepal yet again.
Unbelievable stuff. He's gone for the risk. Just gets the top edge, but he's got enough on it. And boy, oh boy, I think they're in the box seat now, Glennie, or is there another twist to come?
There's always another twist, Mel. There's always a twist in this league. 16 to win off 15. You can sense a wicket's going to come for the young man now and give us another agonising moment. What a chase it's been, whatever happens from here. Incredible from Nepal. Dug in, good bouncer. Really good bouncer, nothing wrong with that. A crucial dot ball, the first dot ball in what feels like an eternity.
I can't actually remember the last one, but this is what Mackenzie Jones has, that extra height, the ability to just bang the ball in, and we saw him take wickets with it earlier. Boy, wouldn't they love him to do that again now, but a dot ball almost as valuable at this moment in time. I need some more of them.
Desperately need a wicket, Scotland. Dug in, and it's another dot ball, back-to-back dots. That's the first time that's happened in a long time. Nepal having done all the hard work, it's sometimes almost harder to get over the line, isn't it? Don't need big hits now, 1s and 2s will do.
Well, this is terrific from Mackenzie Jones after being hit with 6 and 4 in the first 3 balls. He's just employed that short ball really well. A little bit of extra kick of pace. Can he get out of the over with another?
16 to win off 13.
6 days ago on the very ground, are we seeing it again? They don't feel like there's any limits on what they can do, what they can chase down.
It's a new belief, man, isn't it?
It is.
Instilled by Stuart Law, the calmness. I'm not sure if Stuart Law is capped. It's not going to be the debutant. Where is Stuart Law? Just to the left there. If you look to the left, Nick Fotis is on his feet. Welcome to cricket in Nepal.
Sheriff Bola.
There with them. And then Stuart Law's hiding in behind the Nepal
Aqui
platform.
duran ki chauka chauka kara.
Stuart Law was just saying to Nick Fotis, this is how it usually goes, mate. With cardiac kids. It's going to be Safi and Sharif. Who will it be? Sharif or Casey? Chipped up in the air. Does it get over the head of Charlie Tier? It does. He's probably going to cut it off. I think they'll just run the 2. They're thinking of the 3rd. Lamachari wants it, but Casey wants to strike. A 6 will do it. A 6 will win it for Nepal. There's a punch of the bat in frustration from Casey. He thought that was going to be that.
Well, a shout out to Charlie Tier because that was brilliant fielding. He wasn't going to get there. Look at the speed at which he chases it down, and the turn and quick release didn't get all the way in, but it was enough to stop them from taking an extra run.
Short ball. Is there glove on this? Massive appeal. No. KC did him a little bit of a guilty
Wait,
look back. This will make for an interesting replay. Good short ball. Surprise delivery from Safi and Sharif.
5 run है मतलब
Just take another look. It was a good shot.
लाल साल वो नहीं किया
Now, has that come off something? There was a guilty look, wasn't there, from Karen KC? Not much of an appeal from Matthew Cross. A big appeal from Sharif. We're going all the way again. It's 5 to win. 4 balls to do it. KC on strike. Goes Miles up. Fine leg nestled underneath it. And horizon! Sharif roars! It's the debutant again! Jones takes the catch. And it's only Raj Banchi in the hutch. The tactic of going short. Brilliant from Sharif. Brave from him. What a catch. Not for the first time. The second time from the debutant. And if Nepal are going to do it, they're going to do it lying down again.
Oh, Mackenzie Jones, what a day out he's having on debut. His third catch of the match. He's taken a couple of wickets. Again, had so much time to think about it. Dropped in front of him. Remember, the wind is hurling around. But look at that. Yes.
Tough to say that is. 2 extraordinary catches under the maximum of pressure. And with Lamet Raj Banchi really not known for his batting, there's only going to be one way the panel will decide that Banchi will have to get a single. Leave it to Lamet Shadi to have 1 or 2 balls to hit a boundary to win it. Casey's got the second single on 10. He won't be the hero today. And Nepal are right on the brink. But are they going to be able to get over the line? 5 to win off 3. It's another all-time classic in Dundee. Whatever happens. What a catch. 2 quite brilliant catches with the wind, with everything going about. All the fans in the background really cheering for it to be dropped. What an incredible presence of mind from the young man. He almost doesn't know what to do. Such was his delight. And Safi and Sharif roared too. A belter, maybe even better than 6 days ago, whatever the result. Can Raj Banchi get a single? Will Berrington be tempted to squeeze his fielders in? I think they'll know Raj Banchi well enough to know he's unlikely to hit a boundary. Surely he will look for one and look to hand it over to Lamachani to win it for Nepal.
And what a move in this case that he came from Sharif. Really smart. The experience and the calm and the calmest man out there looks like he's Berrington. I don't know how he does it.
It's on the signal, really. Can Raj Banchi get one to give Lamachani the strike? Here we go. It's the Yorker. They're going to run it anyway, and they'll get the bye.
संदीप था वो
Oh,
मतलब तो कैसे मंगली से लगा
two minds whether to throw it in the stumps or whether to get it back to Sharif. A great call from Sandeep Ramachari. Brilliant presence of mind from him.
संदीप
He's got the chance
संदीप
to be the winning hero now.
Well, he had the
Gone
call.
up,
He was in 2 minds. Lamashani had set off so quickly. Oh, boy.
Very good game awareness. Very, very impressive. It's going to come down to the Bears lines yet
nice
again,
nice
whatever happens here.
मशहूर सा बैट है
23 for 6, Scotland made in the first innings, thanks to that late assault, making 120 off the final 10 overs. It's 4 to win, they've got 2 balls to do it. They could do it with 2 twos. I don't think they'll hit a single. Don't think they'll leave it up to Raj Banchi.
No?
To be a man on his shoulders
No.
on the way. Where does Sharif go? Does he bang it into the surface or does he go full?
Oh, brother, that's the discussion they're having right now, which is very
लम
good.
छैन मत जाला
Safi and Sharif.
Everyone's in calm just across the ground now.
It's not calm, it's anxiety, baby. What are you talking about?
Calm because of the nerves and the anxiety. Still no one on the single. Those in the deep though are 5-10 yards off the rope at long on. And deep in with it. Ramachani, 4 to win, 2 balls to do it. Bowled into the slot. Can they hustle to get the second? They're going to think about it. I don't think it's going to be possible. And remarkably, with Sharif named
Email.
the worker, it's going to be up to number 11, Lalit Rajbanshi, to try and scramble to get us to the super over. Or can he find an outside edge and find a boundary to win it?
Brilliant from Sharif, and it was the fielding, his own fielding of that delivery that prevented the extra runs. Well, and the brilliantly executed Yorker.
एक रन जो है वो आसान होता है
Yeah, the discussions are on, the wheels are turning in the brains. And they try and work out where they put their fielders. Try and eliminate the extra run.
Big look for there, Gazzy was just confirming that we will be up to the super over with the 2. I think that's what he's confirming to the Scottish team. So 1 doesn't matter. If it's a single of any kind, it will be Scotland that win it and pull it out of the fire in the most dramatic of circumstances. 2 are up to the super over, 3 or more, sure you're not going to reprieve, but any boundary will win it in the comp. Lalit Rajbanshi is not known for his batting. He's a fine left-arm spinner. He's probably never really been in a position like this before in his 26-year-old life. His highest score in his career is just 11 across 62 internationals. But if he hits a boundary here, he'll be known as the best batter ever to come out of Nepal. It's going to be 2 for the super over. 4 or 6 will win it. The ball feels like it's going to take an eternity to bowl. Very wisely, the man at deep third is going back, but that means somebody else has to come up, and that is going to be mid-on. I think he's probably going to look to go full. Can Rajbanshi manufacture a boundary? Whatever they've got to do, they've got to keep running Nepal. If they can run 2, we'll have the super over.
Well, the Yorker has worked well for him so far. What an amount of pressure to come onto one of Scotland's most experienced heads in his side. Safian Sharif comes down to him.
Here we go. It all comes down to this. 2 for the super over. 3 or more to win. Bowl them! Bowl them! Bowl them! Bowl them! And Scotland win! Not Nepal this time. A heroic effort from everyone. But Safian Sharif's experience and class has got Scotland over the line. Crestfallen Rajbanshi and a devastatingly disappointed Sandeep Lamichhane to do. Nepal have pushed Scotland right to the brink, but it wasn't to be today. We've witnessed another epic. Somehow Scotland have won by 2 runs.
Unbelievable. What have we witnessed today? In the end, Safian Sharif takes 2 wickets in the final over. I thought Nepal were home and hosed, but just at the end, the catching from the debutant in Mackenzie Jones, the bowling at the end from Safian Sharif, the calm head of Richie Barrington, they are able to defend.
Hello.